Welcome to the 2023 Mini Indie Showcase. My name is Mike Towndrow.
I'm Kelsey Lynn Towndrow.
And I'm Kyle Stevenson. The three of us are the co-founders of 61 Indie, an outlet driven to help amplify independent creative voices of all shapes and sizes across the games industry.
In 2022, we threw the inaugural Mini Indie Showcase with no real experience nor many resources at our disposal. In a wild turn of events, y'all loved it. So thanks to the kind words, the reactions, and the support, we're back for another round.
For 2023, we are coming at you from Brooklyn, New York's premier video game lounge and arena in the heart of, you guessed it, Brooklyn.
Thanks to our industry partners, we'll be taking a look at 33 remarkable indie games. It's a jam-packed show, so to help keep track of everything, be sure to visit 61indie.com/showcase once we wrap things up here.
Throughout the show, there may even be a surprise or two, courtesy of our producer and showcase mastermind, Petey.
Well, with all that being said, it's time to start the show. Kicking things off is one of our favorite indie game studios with a modern take on the challenging yet beloved Genesis classics from our childhoods. Let me tell you something, it's a vibe.
Greetings all you Martians out there, it's time for another round of Radio Nostalgia from Mars. Blue skies, warm days, the long-lost summers of our past on Earth. Will we ever return? Stay tuned for more on that.
That was The Cub from Demagogue Studio, a narrative-driven platformer taking place in the same universe of their amazing mini-golf game, Golf Club Wasteland. Next up, we have everyone's new favorite genre, roguelikes and roguelites. Here are a trio of refreshing rogues.
Kelsey, can I print out my anti-paint masterpieces and hang them on the fridge?
Sure, hon.
Yes. Well, Kyle, I'm gonna need a few bucks to run to CVS, print out.
Ask Petey for money.
Speaking of cash, how about something you can buy right now?
Not a bad call. Last year, there was one game that freaked you all out. A lot. I found much enjoyment out of your fear, and I want that feeling back. So when we learned this game was ready to release today, we had to ask the developer back. Check this out.
That's right, Backrooms Exploration is out right now for Steam.
Here at 61 Indie, we are big on hard pivots. So catch your breath after escaping the back rooms and grab a box of tissues. It's time for the emotionally devastating and the artistically gorgeous portion of the show.
Have you ever looked forward to opening your eyes? To finding that the thing you've been chasing after is right in front of you. Day, are you still with me?
Like many of you, when I'm emotionally ravaged, I like to eat clearly. It's a bit too early here at Brookland, so their outstanding kitchen is closed at the moment, but thankfully, we can take a look at a heavily anticipated sequel to curb our appetites. I'm genuinely starving.
I know, man. Pete, are you hungry?
He's a literal skeleton.
Well, speaking of skeletons, this next trio of games is sure to send a bone-chilling tingle down your spine in a number of ways.
We got a refreshing Souls-like, an unsettling yet adorable ragdoll, and literal nightmares.
Let's get weird.
Hey, you. Wake up. And bring me beauty. Yes, that's what I need. Did anyone hear me?
Hello? Come on.
Safe to assume you're on the lookout for more horrifying reactions with Numata? Well, thankfully, our next game explores humanity, or lack thereof, through the lens of an unusual therapist.
Thank you, Dr. Petey.
What's that?
It's a prescription for 3 wholesome as heck games filled with pigeons, cats, and little gourdlets.
Summer's gone by in a blink of an eye. It's a fine line between good times and memories, just one breath away from eternity. Oh, summer's gone by in a blink of an eye. Summer's gone by in a blink of an eye.
We've been recording for a while now. We need to make sure we stay hydrated.
Good call, Mike. I'm so damn thirsty.
Dude, I got you.
I said thirsty, Mike? Like,
yes.
Thirsty for a platformer action adventure filled with the hottest monsters you've ever laid your eyes on. Respectfully, of course.
My ex just up and left. I simply cannot forget. So here I sit in the ruins of my life. What now?
Love at First Bite. A reality dating show starring you. The world's sexiest monsters will compete for your affection.
You flatter me. Words are my weakness.
Look at you, stunning and daring and positively lickable.
Time to get you back in the game.
You are and legendary.
It was kind of hot having someone avenge me or whatever, so I didn't stop you.
In the end, you'll get a shot at filling that hole in that unbeating heart of yours. What's the worst that could happen?
Romancylvania.
We currently live in an era where old is new and retro is cool again.
Whether it's showing love to the early beginnings of the first-person shooter or making us feel like we're playing an action platformer from the NES days, we got you covered.
Don't worry, Sega kids. Up first, we have a retro platformer that we can all agree is more than worthy.
One of my favorite things is when folktales and legends get a twisted retelling and put in a dark fantasy setting.
Not only does this next game have that in spades, but it comes to us from the critically acclaimed team that brought us Curse of the Dead Gods.
Once upon a time, the world of dreams, Reverie, was invaded by nightmares. The Ravens Watch, ravens that protect Reverie, called upon fallen heroes of fairy tales and legends to join forces to defend the world. From the developers of the acclaimed Curse of the Dead Gods, this upcoming action roguelike is set in a dark fantasy tale and playable solo or in online co-op up to 4 players. You play as twisted versions of old folk fairy tale heroes: Little Red Riding Hood, the Pied Piper, the Snow Queen. Choose from 6 popular characters, each with their own playstyles. Master their abilities and fight back against the evil corrupting the world. More heroes will be added during the early access. Explore vast and ever-changing chapters with their own cast of enemies and quests. Collect dream shards to buy power-ups and magical objects from the Sandman, and fight hordes of enemies to level up. Each hero has multiple abilities at their disposal. First is the trait, a hero's core mechanic that defines their gameplay. For instance, Scarlet transforms into the wolf at night. Beowulf carries a worm that empowers his next attacks. Aladdin can call the genie of the lamp to make a wish. Each hero also has a dash, 3 different attacks, and 1 defensive ability. finally unlocking their ultimate ability when reaching level 5. These abilities are improved with the experience you gain from battles. Each level up makes you stronger and gives you the opportunity to choose a new upgrade that improves one of your abilities. All of this makes each of the 6 heroes completely unique and gives each run a different flavour. Play them to find out. In typical roguelike fashion, each run is an attempt at defeating the horde of nightmares. If they get you, your run is over and you'll need to restart, but don't lose hope. Each run is an opportunity to unlock better magical objects and upgrades for your next attempt. As well as learning more about the heroes and world stories, Raven's Watch offers countless hours of challenges, both in solo and in 4-player co-op. Find the best combination of heroes, each with their own intricacies, and make those synergies count as the challenge scales with the number of players. Join now and follow us along the journey of making the next roguelike gem.
If you're a true crime junkie like I am, you're always on the lookout for the next unsolved mystery. These next 3 titles all will have you in the roles of a private eye. Whether it's solving crimes in a fully simulated open-world sandbox setting, serving sweet feline justice, or hopping back into the cyberpunk world in this highly anticipated sequel, there are plenty of cases to be cracked.
City. The kind of night where even the dark can't hide the crime. Mind you, that might have something to do with the fact that I've got a cat's eyes. Name's Albert Wild. I'm a private eye. I'm the cat you come to when you need justice in this town. There's nothing like the rush of being on a case. All 6 of my nipples are tingling. At any rate, this case sounded like one of the weird ones. The body, it ain't normal. But then, what is normal in this jungle city of ours?
Existing only in memories is such a cold experience. But every time you appear, the barriers continue to wane.
I am Luna Cruz de la Vega, psychic detective.
I would not send you into this mission if I didn't believe you could handle this.
Whoa, this memory feels like it's happening days or even weeks later.
A breach in security has been identified in the psionics research lab. Level urgent.
Journal.
Looks pretty old. She looks familiar.
Sweet, you're here.
This next game is a unique take on the traditional deck building turn-based genre. What makes it unique? It doesn't use cards. Heads up, tabletop RPG fans, this one's for you.
The wonderful scent of rats, garbage, and regret of a long night in Bushwick. There's much more to discover beyond the bounds of New York City, so our next block explores the many ways you can enjoy the great outdoors.
I know you miss her too, don't you, Chess? Okay, we should keep going.
It wouldn't be a 6-1 Indie Showcase without Mike sneaking in a game inspired by a certain fox flying around in space.
From the folks who brought us Race the Sun comes an on-rails arcade space shooter with a survivor's twist. This is Whisker Squadron Survivor.
If Whisker Squadron left your heart racing and itching for more action, well, you're in luck.
Artistic bullet hell, samurais, ancient beings.
This next block will surely keep your heart pumping. And there you have it, 32 killer indies. It was 32 games, right, Petey?
Ah, that's right, 33 games. Kyle, want to do the honors?
Gladly. When the big publishers sleep on a beloved concept, look to the indie scene to fill the void in our hearts. So folks, get ready to shred some gnar, hit the half pipe, and let's close out the show on the slopes.
Sounds pretty rad.
Now that we've ended our second consecutive show with another love letter to a forgotten game, I think we have ourselves a tradition.
Setting the bar pretty high for next year.
Seriously. Well, folks, that is a wrap on the second annual Mini Indie Showcase, our unofficial kickoff to PAX East 2023. Making the leap from a DIY experiment last year to a full-blown production was an ambitious task, and we could not do it alone. So first and foremost, a huge thanks to Brookland for offering us your home, to Visioncraft Productions for making us look way too good, and to our 6-1 Indie crew behind the scenes who helped us pull everything together.
Whether you're casually watching as an indie fan or co-streaming the event, thank you for all the love and support you've shown us. You're the reason we love throwing big showcases. We cannot wait to watch, hear, and read all of your reactions.
And last but certainly not least, to all of our development and publishing partners, there is no show without you. Thank you for trusting us with your remarkable games. Don't forget, visit 61indie.com/showcase for a full list of everything we showed off today. Whether you wishlist the games, play their demos, or in some cases, add some new games to your libraries, be sure to support these incredible human beings.
And while that's a wrap on us right now, the Indie celebration continues. You can watch or listen to the official Mini Indie Showcase post-show over on podcast feeds and YouTube. The rest of the 6-1 Indie crew joins us for a deeper dive into each of the games. Plus, we got the chance to chat with some of the developers.
Thank you again, and play more indies.
I looked at the BK. That was probably wrong.
That's fine.
Cool.
You guys good? I'm good.
I'm
Ain't
good.
gonna do another one.
There you have it, 32 car